Batwoman will make her live-action debut this winter on the CW. One of the most prominent LGBTQ heroes in the DC universe is finally getting her time in the spotlight, and she'll be played by Ruby Rose. Before Katherine Kane drops into the Arrowverse, we thought this would be the perfect opportunity to refresh your memory of Kane's comic book origins. But first, make sure to subscribe to Universe, where we got you covered for comic deep dives, TV breakdowns, and movie reviews. Post-Crisis on Infinity Earth's Batwoman is one of the most prominent LGBTQ superheroes in the DC universe, but also one of the most niche thanks to her slightly confusing, multifaceted origins. First things first, no, Batwoman is not just a new name for Batgirl, and Kane is not just a new Barbara Gordon. They are two completely different characters who actually don't have a ton to do with one another, save for their Bat connections and home base in Gotham City. The concept of Batwoman actually dates back to the mid-50s with a character called Kathy Kane, who, despite the similar name and codename, was actually not Kate Kane, but a totally separate person. Kind of. The division between Kathy and Kate Kane gets a bit murky through the DC's numerous continuity reboots and realignments, but for the sake of clarity, it's generally just best to consider Kathy and Kate as two different people, even though that's not always technically true.
Okay, break it down in terms of... okay. I think I'm getting you.
Kate Kane, the Kate Kane that will be showing up on the CW next season, wasn't introduced until the 2006 series 52, a weekly comic that explored the immediate aftermath of a massive continuity-alternating event called Infinite Crisis. In the wake of the crisis, the major DC ongoing stories all experienced a one-year time skip, called appropriately 1 year later, where heroes like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all took a step back from their duties to refocus and reorient themselves. 52 was the story of what happened with that year-long gap and generally involved elevating C and D listers like Booster Gold, allowing new characters to take on the classic mantles like The Question, or introducing new faces like Kate.
Wait, Batman doesn't use guns?
Batman doesn't. But I do.
Let's start with a little Gotham City history. The Kane family was well respected and highly regarded in name in Gotham's upper echelons, related to the Waynes by marriage. Martha,
Why did you say that name?
Bruce's mother, was a Kane, making Bruce and Kate cousins. The Kanes made their fortune in Kane Chemicals and were said to own basically whatever parts of Gotham the Waynes hadn't already gotten their hands on. Kate's father, Jacob, was a high-ranking military officer. Her mother, Gabby, stayed at home to raise both Kate and her twin sister, Beth. Unfortunately, tragedy disrupted what would have been a normal upper-class childhood. One night when Kate was just a young girl and Jacob was away on work, Gabby, Kate, and Beth were caught in a hostage crisis at a Gotham restaurant. And despite her father's best efforts, Kate was the only one to make it out alive. Kate grew up to follow closely in her father's footsteps, attending West Point and rising through the ranks with surprising determination and speed. However, when it was revealed that she had been fostering a secret lesbian relationship with one of her fellow students, she was asked to disavow her sexuality or be expelled. She chose expulsion. Her father supported her choice and facilitated her return to Gotham, where she could finish out her schooling at a normal college. Kate did her best to stay on track, but promptly wound up caught in a directionless spiral of partying and rebellion through most of her late teens and early 20s. It wasn't until she was forced to use her latent military training to thwart an attempted mugging, a moment that brought her face to face with Batman for the first time, that she actually began considering stepping into the vigilante lifestyle. She started relatively small, stealing military gear and tech from her father's collection to go out at night, but was promptly caught. Rather than trying to stop her, however, her father insisted that Kate travel and receive proper training, sending her on a 2-year-long journey around the world to learn the skills and discipline that would keep her alive from his military contacts. Upon her return, Jacob presented Kat with a batsuit he had designed and crafted for her, making her transformation into Batwoman complete. She began her new crime-fighting career by reconnecting with an old flame, Officer Renee Montoya, who she had a romantic relationship with growing up, and who had recently begun training as a vigilante in her own right. Together, Batwoman and Montoya, later Batwoman and the New Question, worked to defend Gotham in Batman's absence.
If you're serious about hunting them down, then we should work together.
Just because I wear this doesn't mean I'm a part of your little cult.
Prior to the continuity reset of Flashpoint, Kate worked with various heroes both in and outside of Gotham. During the New 52, she was given her first solo ongoing series. Now, in the Rebirth era, she's been brought closer to the Bat family fold than ever in the ongoing Detective Comics series, where she's been tasked by Bruce to help the next generation of Gotham's crime fighters. With Ruby Rose announced to be playing her in the CW's upcoming Batwoman series, Kane and her costume alter ego have been thrust into the limelight like never before. Last month, it was reported that the standalone Batwoman show was in development at the CW following the character's upcoming debut in the network's annual DC crossover event this fall, which will incorporate all 4 of the shows in the Arrowverse, namely The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. Rose is best known for her role in Orange is the New Black, as well as for movies such as John Wick Chapter 2 and this month's shark thriller The Meg. Should the show get picked up, the Batwoman series is expected to premiere in the fall of 2019. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let us know if you're excited about Batwoman in the comment section down below. And until next time, keep it tuned to GameSpot Universe. Bye-bye.